Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another Access 72 video, and in today's video I'm back with another interview, and I'm here with Zach Miller. Zach, how are we?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, pal. Alright, mate. Just chilling out on a Sunday, day of rest, but no, I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thank you very much for coming on the channel, mate.
Yeah, no problem, mate. No problem at all. Anytime.
Great. Okay, so am I right in saying you're a 25-year-old super bantamweight who's 10-0?
Yeah, that's correct.
Great. Okay, if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do need like the video, and let's get straight into it. So, the question which I always like to start off with: why did you start boxing?
Don't know. Or was it just a proper sporty kid? Always messing about in the streets, playing football, whatever it may be, and then at school, I'd be doing every activity after school, whether it be badminton, basketball, football. It didn't really matter, but now I went to a boxing gym when I was about 8 or 9. One opened up local to me, so I went down there, and then that was it. I never left the gym since.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, and so do you kind of remember what happened in your first amateur fight?
Yeah, I got beat. That's what I remember. And my first amateur fight when I was 11. Boxed a kid who he'd had a couple already, but got in there and I got beat. Made a good account of myself, but just got in there and had a scrap. Then I had my second one not long after, and then I was busy as an amateur. Yeah, I was busy. It was good, but all from that first one. Yeah, I got beat on my first one. I remember that. I don't like getting beat.
No, definitely not. And so, throughout your whole amateur period, what was your biggest achievement?
Probably winning the schoolboy title. Probably my biggest achievement. Yeah, won the Northwest region. I think about 7 or 8 times.
Wow.
But now just used to love competing. Do you know what I mean? The busiest I could be when I was happiest. Just like challenging myself every year in the championships. I'd always get to the semis, the finals, and I box quality kids. So like for instance, Dalton Smith. Boxed Dalton Smith in the amateurs, top competitor, doing well now as a pro as well. Now it's just like getting there and testing myself. Do you know what I mean? It's good.
Definitely, that's great. And so, how many amateur fights did you end up racking up?
I think I ended up having about between 70 and 80 bouts. Can't really remember as such number. I wish I could find my medical card, but that's been lost long ago. You know what I mean? But no, I had a lot from being 11 into the championships every year. Boxed on club shows, going all over. Boxed over in Holland. Boxed all around the country. It was great, mate. I really enjoyed my amateur career. So I boxed for Ashton Albion from being 11 till about 17, and then from 17 I went to Draws and ABC, only another gym down the road, but started my senior career there, and then turned pro then after that from there.
Great, good to hear. And so, kind of, I mean, you had a good amount of amateur fights, but why did you end up turning professional when you did?
I sort of knew that it was the right time. If anything, I wish I'd have turned pro a little bit earlier, but I suppose things happen for a reason, do you know what I mean? But I was fighting in working men's clubs on club shows, getting cuts, and I'm thinking, this could affect your professional career, do you know what I mean? I'm doing this for absolutely nothing here. So I may as well just go and turn professional. Thought it was the right time. The amateur gym was getting a bit samey. I was entering the championships and it had just been the same every year. And I knew I was going to turn pro anyway, so I decided to turn over, went down to Steve Mailer to give him a message. He said, come down. And then that's it. The rest is history with 10 fights in.
Definitely. 10 fights in, 10 wins, and doing very well so far. And so,
yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, and which fight kind of out of these 10 you've had so far would you say you've performed your best in?
Would I say I performed my best? I'd probably say me 7th or 8th, I think it was. I boxed in where did I box? I boxed in Sheffield, I think it was. Don't get me wrong, he was against a Nicaraguan fella, but he'd been in with a lot of kids, and it was my first fight from when I'd actually gone full time, because I was working full time. So I'd gone full time. It was my first bout from that, and I performed really well. Really enjoyed it. Probably put a better account in than any other kid had against him. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I enjoyed that. Can't remember his name, but but there's going to be some good performances coming up shortly.
Definitely. And so, would you kind of say that you're always improving?
Yeah, I'm definitely always improving. I'm always learning. I'm willing to learn. I'm constantly in the gym, so I'm not letting myself go stale. I'm not ballooning up after fights. I'm not missing sessions. I'm staying consistent and very dedicated. So I'm only going to get better, especially with the lads in the gym. I'm learning off them. There's a lot of experience in there. And if I can take note from whatever they're doing, then it's only going to benefit me.
Definitely. And so, I mean, you said you've been fighting since you're 11 years old, and so you've been around the whole kind of sport for a long time now. And so, what would you say is kind of motivating you?
I just love competing, and if someone would have asked me 5-10 years ago, what do you want to do? I just said I wanted to be a professional boxer. And with the people around me and the sponsors that I've got now, I'm being able to do that. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing what I've always wanted to do. My partner's very supportive. My coach is a top coach. My sponsors, Taurus Security and We Build Recruitment, they're enabling me to train full time. So I just need to go out there and fulfill my potential and fulfill my dream.
Definitely, and you have been definitely so far. And so you've got an upcoming fight, March 18th. And so how's kind of preparations been going for that?
It's great. I was meant to have this fight back in November, I believe early November, late October last year, and the kid pulled out the day before the weigh-in.
Right.
But I know it was frustrating. It was for my first title in the Central area, and the fella's an experienced kid. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, if you're gonna pull out, you know if you're poorly. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You should have pulled out early, and I might have got a replacement for that title. But never mind, it's been put back. I still boxed that night. I boxed Brett Fido. But now it's been put back to March the 18th, and now I stayed in the gym after that fight, and then Michael Conlon got in touch. Oh, wow. He needed sparring, so I went down to London. I had many sparring sessions with him. It was great. I think I was down there. I think I sparred him about 4 or 5 times in total, and he was. I knew I was doing something right when he asked for me to come back down after the first spar, so I went back down, and it was great to just be in there, you know, with Michael. And he's a top quality operator. He's at the top of the game at my weight. So it was great to get in there and test myself against him. And I'd love to go back down and do some more rounds with him. So after that sparring there, it's given me a lot of confidence. And it's probably better than going having 4 or 5 fights with a journeyman or whatever. You know what I mean? Going down there and testing yourself. It was great. So, get me on to March 18th and let's collect the first title.
Definitely. And speaking of this title, how kind of big of an achievement would it be to win this title?
A massive achievement, because this puts me in good stead. It puts my name out there. I'm worth something there. I've got something. So even to like promoters and stuff like that, it's more eye-catching, shall I say. Yeah. And it pushes me forward for the English title. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't want to be in any more fights where I'm not going to gain anything out of it. I need to propel forward now. Do you know what I mean? I want meaningful fights. I want this fight. I'm going to win this. Then I want the English title, and then we'll just see what happens from there.
Definitely.
That's what I mean. I'm realistic. I'm not going to run before I can walk. But if my coach wants me to fight for this, I'm fighting for it. If he wants me to push for English, I'll push for English. He knows the score. He's done it with other boxers. Do you know what I mean? So whatever he wants me to do, I'll do. Whoever wants me to fight, I'll fight.
Definitely. It's a great mindset. And so, kind of for anybody who's not watched you fight before and might be wanting to watch this upcoming fight, what would you say kind of makes you interesting as a fighter?
I think it's just I think I've got a fan friendly style, especially for the boxing. The people who know the boxing, they'll see the little things that I'm doing in between the punching, and they'll see the footwork and the stuff that I'm trying to set up. You're not going to see an all-out war as such. I tend to not get it that much, if I'm honest. Do you know what I mean? My defence is good, my feet are good, my hand speed's very fast, but it depends. All depends on the fighter who I'm in with, I suppose, and what I've got to do. I'll just set out and do whatever I'm instructed to do. But no, it's a good style. If anyone's seen Steve Maylett, my coach, we all box pretty similar, like Terry Flanagan. He was at my gym, and good feet, fast hands, phases, high work rate. That's it. Great,
good to hear. And so, I mean, you've kind of touched on this already, but I mean, you're fighting for your first title now, and you are still early on in your career, but how far do you believe you can go?
I believe I can. I'm going to be realistic, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to say, I'm going to be undisputed champion in so many different ways, do you know what I mean? But there's no reason why I can't go all the way and do it. I'm looking at Terry Flanagan from my gym. He was similar to me, didn't come from the GB background, and he's gone and won a world title from nothing. Do you know what I mean? With my coach, it was from absolutely nothing. They've done it together. Then I'm looking at another lad from round the corner, Anthony Crawler. He's from round the corner. He's gone and won a world title. So you don't know where the path's going to take you. So you've just got to take the opportunities when they come, because a lot of people don't, and they'll try going a certain way, and then they've missed that opportunity. Then you'll think, oh, look, do you know what I mean? I've missed that. So like the central area popped up to me, manager put it forward to me last year, and I've said yeah, because I know it's a stepping stone in the right direction. So I'll just keep going at it, do you know what I mean? And we'll see where we get to.
Great. Okay. So I'll leave with this final question, which I always like to ask. You've got a little bit of a platform here. Would you like to shout anything out?
No, just a big shout out to my sponsors. Honestly, without them, it'd be hard work. I was working full time. I was leaving work at 5:15, going straight to the gym from 7 in the morning. But with Taurus Security, Marcus and Graham, and We Build Recruitment, that's Warren and Mike. Without them, I'd be lost. And plus my partner, she's very, very supportive. Do you know what I mean? Can't go out for meals all the time. Can't do this all the time. She's supportive. She was telling me, no, not to work on the head now and go and do what you've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
My mum and dad, Dave was the same. Dave took me up and down the country from being a young lad. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Paying me subs, taking me all over. Mum and dad stressing out at the fights and that, but no, it'll all be worth it. And I'm doing what I've wanted to do from being a baby, so it's great.
Definitely, that's good to hear. Okay, well,
big shout out to all them.
Yes, definitely. Okay, and so, well, maybe a little bit further along down the line we can come back and do another interview. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, keep in touch, and we'll get something sorted before the next fight. See how the camp's gone, and then we'll have to do an interview, me with my belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Great. Okay,
definitely,
well, yes, thank you very much again, then, mate.
No problem, pal. Nice. Top one.
Okay, and if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you're doing you like the video.